Good day, everybody. I'm Shmee, and I make guides for Path of Exile's Ruthless mode. If you're enjoying the content, please hit that like button, and feel free to subscribe if you'd like to see more. Today, I'm back to show you my initial results from my first mass delve session, as well as giving you some tips on how to get the most out of your delves when you first get started. After about a day of delving, I ended up getting a whole lot of upgrades, but not how I expected. I thought I was farming craft currency, which I did, don't get me wrong. I think I had some of these resonators before, but I would say at least half of them are new, so I farmed about 6 resonators and 4 fossils. I ended up getting trolled really hard by this fossil enclosure here in the mine. I searched all around it and I just couldn't spawn an entrance. There's probably 2 or 3 more fossils that I should have gotten, but oh well, we'll get them eventually. Really, though, I just ran probably 40 or so delves and got a bunch of really good stuff. It's kind of humorous that I found a better version of the same unique amulet that I was using, so technically, upgrade. I had this body armor before, but I can't stand using it, especially in maps or temples, because it just makes you so incredibly slow. The belt is new and it is quite lovely. An extra 7% quant here in Ruthless is going to go a long way. If you want to go ahead and farm the Ruthless mine like I did, I have 3 big tips for you. The first, and it's a bit of an unfortunate part, everyone needs to know that Delve has a crash to desktop problem. A lot of people avoid Delve completely because of it. The issue will primarily happen on these large azurite nodes in the mine. When you finish the final encounter, the client tries to do so much that your game just seizes and crashes. The most frustrating part of it is that it's on the most valuable azurite nodes, and those are the ones that cause the most crashing. However, I'm pretty sure I figured out a way to avoid the crashes. Just get as much of the encounter off screen as you can when you clear it. That's literally all you have to do. You can upgrade your cart's light radius a couple of times for relatively cheap, and then when you clear the encounters, instead of standing in the middle of the delve area, clear it from one of these little side areas. If you just get that stuff off screen, you'll notice that not only do you stop crashing, but even little hitches just disappear when the encounter gets cleared. And to be honest, it's not even hard to do from the side because the enemies are chasing you down anyway, and those orb things will even teleport to you. When you get to the final room in a delve encounter, clear it from the edge. Do not stand in the middle because that's exactly what causes client crashes. Another thing you need to do if you want to get the most out of your delves is you need to use and upgrade your flares. Flares only cost 5 azurite to craft, whereas if you find just one off-screen azurite node, you'll end up getting at least 50 azurite. Always bring flares into your delve encounters, and anytime you see an alcove that looks like it could go deeper, just rush in. If it dead ends, then head back, and if it continues, then throw down a flare and keep scouting. Remember that flares are dirt cheap. You can upgrade your flare capacity to, I'd say, at least 7 right after you get your initial sulfite capacity and minecart upgrades done. If you have 10, then you can just toss them around whenever because it's a near guarantee to find at least 1 extra azurite vein per delve encounter. Be greedy with your flares. Be like Nico, hustling down each little offshoot in the hopes of striking gold or azurite. The last tip that I have for you to get the most out of your Ruthless delves is to avoid these armor and weapon nodes as much as possible. The loot from these nodes is awful. It's like doing an entire delve encounter for a single strongbox of regular gear. The currency nodes are underwhelming, but at least it's guaranteed currency. The items nodes are actually great because they can contain resonators, and I believe they can also contain fossils, but I need to test more in Ruthless because I haven't seen it in Ruthless yet. The fossil nodes, of course, are the really amazing ones that you want to hunt down. But those weapon and armor nodes are the Ruthless mine equivalent of free parking. You'd get better gear from just doing the azurite nodes than the actual gear nodes. I suggest you path around those nodes and entirely avoid areas of the mine where they're densely clustered. Now, I do have a couple of Nico missions left, but I've burned up all the sulfite that I had, so I think I'm done delving for now. I've moved on to running some of the blighted maps that I'm holding instead. Over the next couple days, each and every one of you can expect 2 Blight-specific videos. One of them is going to specifically talk about the difference between Ruthless and Standard League Blighted maps, and the second one is going to be a Ruthless-specific strategy guide for Blighted maps. And then, of course, after that, we'll be getting back to Frosty's story. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, take care, Exiles.